Elon Musk will be the first human to go to Mars. Hello, lovely YouTube family. Welcome back to Marvel 10s. In today's videos, we're going to talk about Elon Musk becoming the first human to go to Mars. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Honestly, a bunch of people will probably die in the beginning. Barefoot SpaceX founder Elon Musk told X-Prize founder Peter Diamandis in a recent interview about the first crewed mission to Mars. SpaceX has had its sights set on Mars since Musk formed the company in 2002, and for years Musk, who became a tech billionaire before launching SpaceX, has been very candid about the risks that come with the territory of human spaceflight to the Red Planet. In fact, in 2017, Musk said at the International Astronautical Congress that the first humans to journey on Mars should be prepared to die. Going to Mars reads like an ad book for explorer Ernest Shackleton going to the Antarctic. Musk told Diamandis in the interview, which streamed live for over an hour and 19 minutes on YouTube on Thursday, April 22, referencing early 20th century British explorer Ernest Shackleton, whose ad for a crew of explorers read "Men Wanted for Hazardous Journey." It's dangerous, it's uncomfortable, and it's a long journey. You might not come back alive, but it's a glorious adventure, and it'll be an amazing experience, he said. You might die, and you probably won't have good food and all these things. It's an arduous and dangerous journey where you may not come back alive, but it's a glorious adventure, Musk said. Sounds appealing, Musk laughed. Although Musk had said similar things in the past, the context surrounding the statements has changed tremendously. Compared with 2017, SpaceX has made major strides in human spaceflight. The meaning of these statements continues to evolve as Mars becomes less of a moonshot goal and more of a tangible possibility. SpaceX's developments in human spaceflight continue to grow. On April 23, SpaceX's Crew 2 mission launched 4 more astronauts to the International Space Station aboard the company's Crew Dragon spacecraft. This is the third successful crewed launch for SpaceX, and experts think missions like this are paving the way for future human space exploration. Additionally, the company now holds a spaceflight contract with NASA to carry humans beyond Earth orbit for its Starship vehicle that continues to undergo testing at SpaceX's facilities near the village of Boca Chica, Texas. SpaceX recently secured a contract with NASA's Human Landing Systems (HLS) program to develop and build a lunar lander for the agency's Artemis program, which aims to land humans on the moon by 2024. As recently as December, Musk stated publicly that it was possible that SpaceX would land humans on Mars by 2026. This is just 2 years after NASA's goal of landing Artemis astronauts on the moon by 2024. In itself is a very ambitious timeline. SpaceX Mars Program. SpaceX Mars Program is a development program initiated by Elon Musk and SpaceX in order to facilitate the eventual colonization of Mars. The program includes fully reusable launch vehicles, human-rated spacecraft, on-orbit propellant tankers, rapid turnaround launch landing mounts, and local production of rocket fuel on Mars via In-Site Resource Utilization, or ISRU. SpaceX's aspirational goal has been to land the first humans on Mars by 2024, but in October 2020, Elon Musk named 2024 as a goal for an uncrewed mission. At the Axel Springer Award 2020, Elon Musk said that he is highly confident that the first crewed flight to Mars will happen in 2026. A key development of the program is planned to be the SpaceX Starship, a fully reusable super heavy lift launch vehicle under development since 2018. To achieve a large payload, the spacecraft would first enter Earth orbit, where it is expected to be refueled before it departs to Mars. After landing on Mars, the spacecraft would be loaded with locally produced propellants to return to Earth. The expected payload for the Starship launch vehicle is to inject between 100 to 150 tons, or 220,000 to 330,000 pounds to Mars. SpaceX intends to concentrate its resources on the transportation part of the Mars colonization program, including the design of a propellant plant based on the Sabatier process that will be deployed on Mars to synthesize methane and liquid oxygen as rocket propellants from the local supply of atmospheric carbon dioxide and ground-accessible water ice. However, Musk has advocated since 2016 a larger set of long-term Mars settlement objectives, going far beyond what SpaceX projects to build. Any successful colonization would ultimately involve many more economic actors, whether individuals, companies, or governments, to facilitate the growth of the human presence on Mars over many decades. Why Mars? At an average distance of 140 million miles, Mars is one of Earth's closest habitable neighbors. Mars is about half again as far from the Sun as Earth is, so it still has decent sunlight. It is a little cold, but we can warm it up. Its atmosphere is primarily CO2 with some nitrogen and argon and a few other trace elements, which means that we can grow plants on Mars just by compressing the atmosphere. Gravity on Mars is about 38% of that of Earth, so you would be able to lift heavy things and bound around. Furthermore, that day is remarkably close to that of Earth. Starship SN-15. On Wednesday, May 5, Starship serial number 15 SN-15 successfully completed SpaceX's fifth high-altitude flight test of a Starship prototype from Starbase in Texas. Similar to previous high-altitude flight tests of Starship, SN-15 was powered through ascent by 3 Raptor engines, each shutting down in sequence prior to the vehicle reaching apogee, approximately 10 kilometers in altitude. SN-15 performed a propellant transition to the internal header tanks, which would hold landing propellant before reorienting itself for re-entry and a controlled aerodynamic descent. The Starship prototype descended under active aerodynamic control accomplished by independent movement of 2 forward and 2 aft flaps on the vehicle. All 4 flaps were actuated by an onboard flight computer to control Starship's altitude during flight and enable precise landing at the intended location. SN-15's Raptor engines reignited as the vehicle performed a landing flip maneuver immediately after touching down for a nominal landing on the pad. These test flights of Starship are all about improving our understanding and development of a fully reusable transportation system designed to carry both crew and cargo on long-duration interplanetary flights and help humanity return to the moon and travel to Mars and beyond. Satellites. Starship is designed to deliver satellites further and at a lower marginal cost per launch than our current Falcon vehicles. With a payload compartment larger than any fairing currently in operation or development, Starship creates possibilities for new missions, including space telescopes even larger than the James Webb. And that's all for today, folks. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing videos from us.